Hey guys, Retro Reviews here again with another Transformers video review, and this time I'll be taking a look at the Transformers Cybertron Scout class Scrapmetal figure. Now this is a expendable drone figure. The Scrapmetal is a kind of like an insect drone that inhabits the planet of Cybertron. We do see the Cybertron defense team take out huge hordes of these. It's not technically a Decepticon, even though it does have a Decepticon badge on there. It's not affiliated with either faction, it's just a mindless drone. And this is one of 4 variants that you can get. In the Hasbro market, this was available in red and yellow. And the Takara market had the red and the yellow, and then it also had a blue, as well as a Toys R Us exclusive that was part of the Sonic Convoy box set. You got a Crystal Optimus Prime, a Leader Class Optimus Prime, the full figure of him, done in a translucent plastic. Like the entire set is, or the entire figure is translucent plastics. Reds and blues and grays to look like he's crystallized. And then it also came with a recolored version of the Wing Saber figure, the Sonic Bomber, as it's named in Japan, here in Galaxy Force. And then you got Kobe Ramble, or Kobe's custom built one of these, where he actually takes one of these apart, rebuilds it, and then gives it a new face that's just similar to Frenzy and Rumble's head sculpt from G1. So that being said, this is the variant I own. I only have one of these right now, which is just this one. Very good army builder piece, just letting you know that right now. When this came out, it was highly sought out for its army building capabilities, since this was a Scout class figure. It was about $7, give or take, on retail. And then you can get them in either color, but it made it very easy to army build with these figures. Now, as Scout class figures go, he is pretty decent sized. We'll go ahead and pair him up with the modern day deluxe class figure. As you can see, he does take up about the same amount of space in vehicle mode as a modern day deluxe. And don't have him in vehicle mode, but we're going to show him off in robot mode, the Scout class lug nuts that we recently looked at. As you see, that again, Scout class then is about deluxe now, so articulation wise, this thing is pretty decently articulated. As you can see in this mode, he does have ball joints at both sections of his legs, so we can get a wide range of movement. And if you hear some weird noises, my dryer just went off, so my clothes are dry. So yeah, we have ball joints in all 4 limbs for both the elbow and shoulder, and then the hip and the knee. So pretty wide range of articulation, as well as these do kind of pivot side to side, but if you fold it up too far, that's for the transformation. And then also the turret does rotate as well. Now for the Cyber Key, this one does come with a generic Decepticon, the Cybertronian Decepticon Key. This isn't the exact one that it comes with because of the code. I don't think I actually have the exact one he came with, I'm not sure. But, so what you do, just like any other Cyber Key, you take this, plug it into the key jack, and this one turns the turret up top, and go ahead and just give it a little push, and it is supposed to let this swing out, but sometimes this piece does get a little stuck. So it does swing out and then forms a clear red serrated blade. Now it's supposed to be on a, it is connected in there with a 5mm post. So you are supposed to be able to take it out. However, the joint or the peg seems to be just a little bit too tight, so it doesn't ever want to come out ever. And I'm too afraid of breaking this figure because I just don't want to break it. So yep, that's how the Cyber Key gimmick works here. A little bit better in this mode than it is in the robot mode, to be honest. So we'll go ahead and take a look at the transformation now. Start off, we're going to take these pieces, fold them out a little bit, and then these pieces we're going to fold them out a little bit as well. We're going to take this section here on the back and rotate it up, and then rotate it to the side, fold the shoulder panel down, and then rotate the gun forward, and then take this section here with the cockpit, and we're going to fold that all the way up, and then fold the cockpit down on the chest, forming the head. Then we're going to close up the waist, fold the legs out, or straighten the legs out, fold the feet down. And then these pieces here, we're just going to come in and they're going to snap into the sides there. And then lastly, fold these bits up to reveal the fists. And then we have the Scrapmetal drone in robot mode. Yeah, pretty nice little guy. We'll go ahead and take a look at that head sculpt real quick. There we go. Cool little like bug-like head sculpt going on here. Get positioned forward a little bit better. There we go. So yeah, pretty nice head sculpt going on. Some pretty big eyes for light typing too. So if we get out my LED light that I found, because if you noticed in my few videos that I had before, I was actually missing this one because my kid lost it. So if we can get the light in a good spot here, and you can see the eyes just glowing really bright. Now, unfortunately, there's not really much anything else to discuss in robot mode. Pretty much everything is the same in robot mode as it was in the alternate mode. We do have the ball jointed shoulders here now as actual arms, and then we have the ball jointed elbow, but it bends inward, so if you want to have the 90-degree forward articulation, you're going to have the palm facing up. And then also the head is on a swivel, so it is full 360-degree rotation. As you saw, due to the transformation, no waist articulation, but the hips are on ball joints, so they can kick out that far, and then forward that far, back that far. Knees are on those same ball joints that we saw before, a little bit more than a 90-degree bend, and the toe can bend back, but no bending forward. Only other gimmicks besides the Cyber Key sword really is, again, that just looks really funky. It doesn't really serve a good purpose, but Scout class ones were not really the best when it comes to Cyber Key gimmicks. But, and harkening back to how Kobe's drone had the rumble head, this actually does have pile drivers. So if we do fold those up like so, you can use these like drill bits, or if you fold these outward, we have rumble style pile drivers. So now you can see why getting the Takara blue version of the Scrapmetal drone would be highly sought out for at this point. Because you can have a Cybertron, Rumble, and Frenzy. So that's kind of neat that I can do that. And my phone's going off over there. Other size comparison mode, or size comparisons. Again, we're going to show him up next to a modern day deluxe vehicle. Again, shares about the same amount of space. Go ahead and put him next to a Scout class, another Scout class figure, so that way you can see which ones are better between the two. As you can see, he is a little bit taller than Lugnuts as head height, but Lugnuts is a little bit of a slouch, like a hunched back body style, so he does kind of have a little bit more of an extra backpack going on. And then also going ahead and comparing him next to a modern day Voyager class figure, and a modern, well, just a modern day figure that pretty much everybody has one of at this point, the Siege Optimus Prime. And as you see, he's not close to as tall as Optimus would be. He comes up to about his waist. So that's where I kind of expect old Scout class figure to be, is about the waist of Deluxe to Voyager class sized figure, so that makes a lot of sense. So this figure is a pretty decent one, all in all. It doesn't do anything out of the ordinary, but it is a good figure to have in the collection just for the sake of, like, especially if you're an army builder, this is the perfect one to use for army building. So if you do have plans to pick up quite a few of these, I definitely would recommend doing that. I also would like to see an army, like somebody post an army builder or somebody's collection where they've got like an army of these guys just like storming a bunch of Autobots. That would be cool. But other than that, a pretty decent figure. If you can find it for a good price, I do recommend picking it up, but I wouldn't go too overboard with this one unless you are, for completionist's sake, getting all 4 variants. I do know the blue Takara exclusive one as well as the Kobe one are both very hard to get a hold of in the aftermarket for a decent price. So with those, I just say don't go too far overboard. But yeah, there we have it. There's my video review for the Scout class Scrapmetal figure. I hope you guys liked this video review, and we'll see you again next time. Bye.